All right, welcome. My name is Robert LaFrance. Welcome to Cash Flow Secrets for Military Real Estate Investors. Before I got involved in commercial real estate, I was a Navy diver for 7 years, and I really liked Navy diving, but I liked the idea of making more money on my terms, living my life according to my terms and values, and being with my family as much as I wanted. So, without all the fluff, I'm going to jump right into my mind map. Okay, and my mind map is available at mindmaprobber.com, and you will get all of the things to successfully start investing and acquiring real estate deals, cash flowing real estate deals in 8 steps. Okay. So, excuse me, this is where we're at. This is what it's going to look like when you get this. Okay. 8 steps to cash flow, secrets for military real estate investors. Go to mindmaprobber.com to get yours for only $9. Okay. I'm going to scroll up to the very beginning because this is where we got to make a decision. Okay. What role in the real estate investing game do you want to participate in? There's a lot of roles. Okay. I started mine as a real estate agent. And then I was looking at these closing disclosures. I'm like, man, these sellers are making a lot more than what I'm making. I'm making less than 3% of the purchase price. These guys are making a lot more. And that was just single families. Okay. And so if we're looking at the cash flowing business, we're looking at mobile home parks, RV parks, multifamilies that are commercial, residential, over 5 units, and anything that you can essentially third party manage and wake up to deposits and wake up to checks. Okay. We want hands off. Okay. So you want to make the decision to be the cash buyer. I think this is the best option. And here's why. You get to focus on the cash flowing assets, like I was saying, like I already described, with the intention of having licensed and insured professional management in place. So, like I'm saying, hands off professionals handling the thing. It's their business to handle it on your behalf. And so you can live your life doing whatever you want, whether it's with your family or traveling the world, going on cruises, whatever. So you want to do the hands-off approach. That's how I do it. That's how I recommend you do it, because nobody wants to get caught up doing things that they don't want to do. All right, so let's check out these branches. When you remove when you focus on these type of assets, you get to remove the obstacles that come with purchasing a single family home. Okay. I remember being a real estate agent, having to deal with appraisals, VA home appraisers, comparables, people wanting more than what the property's worth, and, dealing with the market and all that stuff, overpaying for properties. That's not something that we do as real estate investors. We want to get deals. We need to get the purchase price less than 70% of the value to not be over, to avoid being over leveraged and protecting our real estate lenders. Okay. And this is where the money's made. Okay. So when you switch from single family homes to cash flowing multifamily assets over 5 units, you get to remove a lot of the obstacles and hurdles that you would normally be dealing with, and you get to earn more income. You get paid more. Is that what you want? That's what I want. Okay. I want to get paid more for doing less. Be mad at me, hate me if you want to. It's okay. So you get to avoid the comps, the appraisals, and you get to avoid the less cash that you would normally be handling, in addition to the normal maintenance that you'd be doing. I mean, I have one single family rental. I've had 2 single family rentals. Don't get me wrong. I sold one, got 45 grand at closing. That was super awesome. I had been renting it out for 3 years. I was waiting for the market to be right. Did it. Cool. But it's a gamble because I was only making $100 a month renting that thing, dealing with tenants, dealing with toilets, and also maintaining and making repairs from like storms and stuff like that. I ended up putting like $900 into the property. Not that bad, but if it was a different type of property, if washing dishwashers are breaking and all these different things, you could be putting money into these things because not all tenants take care of your property. Okay. And so when you deal with these larger scale properties, you don't have to deal with that as much because you're making more money. You got management in place and you got people handling that stuff. So commercial residential real estate over 5 units is easier because we can use a simple formula to identify its value and the money that it's earning based on the earnings, unlike a single family that requires comps, appraisals, and especially if you're using traditional financing. I will preach all day long to use asset-based lenders, private lenders, okay, because you get to create your own terms, you get to negotiate your terms with them, and it's awesome. It's doing business with your friends, unlike buying real estate with large national banks that want your whole family and your firstborn child and your social security number and all these documents to personally become liable for a real estate that your primary residence, which is cool, but not when I have to give up all of my information and my firstborn child essentially to do it. Okay. There's a better way. And this whole process that I'm sharing with you is a secret in itself. Okay. It's taken me years and thousands of dollars to get to this point to share this with you for as little as I am. Okay. $9 and you can get this mind map. All right. So go to mindmaprobert.com and get this mind map, and you can do all of this stuff right now on your own without me. Okay. So being a buyer allows us to be the ignorant expert. Let me tell you, I don't tell every person I speak to that I'm a former real estate agent. If they're savvy, if they want to look me up online because we're talking big game and we're doing what we're doing, that's on them. But I'm not saying, oh, yeah, I know what you need to be doing. And this is all my experience, because this allows me to be the ignorant expert. This is gives them the opportunity to show me their value and what they're willing to do to close the deal. And so we get to control the process while still allowing the professionals to do most of the legwork. And that's all according to our terms and values. And you can't do it. You can't be bet. You can't beat that. I'm sorry. You just cannot beat that. Okay. Hey, where are we at? Okay. What do we do now? Well, what if we do this? Okay, cool. Let me know when that's done. Does that sound awesome or what? Do less, say less, right? Okay. So there's a quote down here. I'm going to scroll down. It says, "The who has the gold makes the rules." That was 100% the truth in this business. But I'm also going to say it's a double-edged sword, because two things. The real estate investor is bringing the deals. Okay. They're negotiating these deals down to an awesome price. It's a cash flowing property, and there's an opportunity for them to make a lot of money. Okay. But we can't purchase these cash flowing, lifelong ATM apartment buildings, cash flowing real estate businesses without the cash. Okay. So, and I don't recommend using your cash. I'll go into that later. Well, I'll just go into it now. You don't want to use your cash because you work hard for your cash. And if you have $1 million in your bank account and you give up a $500,000, well, guess what? You don't have $1 million anymore. You're giving up half of $1 million. And if you're not going to earn a high interest rate on that, if it's not earning any interest on that, despite the real estate appreciating over some period of time, that's not a best move for your family. Okay. You always want to lend your money out and put it to work for higher interest. And that's where asset based and private money lenders come in. Okay. And so it is an interdependent and collaborative relationship. The real estate investors can't get the deals without the hard money. No, sorry, the private money lenders and the asset-based lenders. I don't recommend using hard money lenders, but some people have success doing it and they pay for it, and whatever you got to do to get the deal closed, whatever. But you can't do one without the other. And some people are just don't see the bigger picture, and you still want to use your money. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with using, the money from one your refinance from one property into your other business entity, but you just got to be careful to make sure that you're doing things right and that you're lending your money to another entity for a higher interest than zero. Okay. So I already covered that it's a double-edged sword because the business is very interdependent and symbiotic, where the buyers find the deals and the lenders lend, and everybody's profiting. And that's how this works. The bank is the best position to be in, I believe. You're taking your money and you're lending it out, and it's earning interest, and you don't have to do anything else from there. The buyers, we have to organize the deals. We validate the income. We got to put the property management in place. We're earning our keep. You know what I mean? I'm going to make this sound simple because I've been doing this for a long time, but it takes work. You're talking to people. It's a little bit of pressure on the line. You want the big money. You got people's money on the line. So you got to make sure that you're giving this 100% your attention and you're not just dilly-dallying about this. Okay. But both people are doing the work and you can't do it without the other. Here's the secret. Okay. When you know how to structure the deal, sticking to the 70% rule in the promissory notes, how to structure those. I have copies for that as well. Lenders will want to lend money to you anyway, because if you don't uphold your promise and get foreclosed on for some reason, if you're not making your payments for 2 months, the lenders will earn more than what they originally invested or what they put in, because of how we negotiate the deals, because we don't over leverage the deals. Okay. And so, yeah, they could be earning, a high interest rate, let's say up to 9 interest rate, depending on the market and the structure of the deal and how much money the property's making on the month to month basis. You can't agree to a crazy interest rate and making interest only payments every month if the property is only cash flowing a certain amount of dollars. You gotta pay attention to this stuff. Okay. Anybody can do this. It's super simple, but you gotta just have your head on a swivel. Okay. So anyway, even if you are a bonehead, and all of your paperwork is done right, like my paperwork and my coaching program, the lenders will still want to lend you money because they know that they're going to be paid well if you do your job, and they're going to be paid even better if you don't. And so don't think that even if you made a mistake the first time that they won't want to lend to you again, because they'll probably even end up with more money in a cash flowing asset. Okay. So in my opinion, excuse me, the second easiest option in the entire real estate game is becoming the real estate buyer. Okay. You can do this from anywhere. You can do it online with cell service and internet. You can stay anonymous. You can do it over emails. You can make only phone calls. And so, like I was saying, or what I briefly covered, the first easiest role in the real estate game is the asset based lender. And I hope you plan on becoming an asset based lender, because that makes life easier and for everybody. Okay. Usually what happens is that real estate investors start working and collaborating and networking together so they can structure and close their own deals. Hey, what's up, Robert? How you doing? Oh, great. I just did a tax out refi. Oh, I just sold this property for some reason or whatever. Now I got a bunch of cash. I got to do something with it. Oh, well, let's put it into this building over here. Great. Okay. You know what I mean? So it becomes, when you get past the beginner level of, wow, I don't know anybody to close these deals. How do I got to connect with people? How do, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm going to these events and nobody's got the money or whatever. Like when you get past that stage, you can just be like, yo, Cody, what's up? Hey, yo, I got this deal. What are you working on? Oh, I got this deal. Okay, cool. Well, let's link up. All right. It's super fun and exciting, and it makes life so much easier. Okay. So first role, become an asset-based lender if you have the cash and the investment capital. If you got a retirement account, if you got savings, equity in your house or multiple properties, or however you can find cash to invest in real estate for a good amount of interest, higher than normally, a higher consistent rate than you would normally be getting, asset-based lender is the way to go. That doesn't mean you can't also be a buyer, okay? And being a real estate buyer is the second easiest option, in my opinion, after been in the game for so long and fulfilling so many roles, because you can play the ignorant expert and you can say, hey, what do we do now? Okay. Boom. Next secret. When you have the experience, correct resources, and a mentor, you don't even need a buyer's agent. Okay. Real estate agents only protect themselves and their client. Okay. And if you're a buyer and you don't know what you're doing, a buyer's agent is great to show you and educate you on what you need to do. However, when you start using the MLS or the state's contracts, it's very neutral and it just protects the brokerage, the sellers, and the agents. Okay. Like, yes, you can probably get your EMD back, but they're still requiring you to put your EMD down within your first 2 days. If your contracts aren't worded appropriately, so you can avoid putting down any cash until you get all your due diligence items, then you're in a better position. Then you don't have to worry about getting some thousands amount of dollars to put down within 2 days of getting a contract before you even know if they have all the paperwork. Okay. I can't tell you how many times sellers or agents don't have all the documentation that you think an experienced professional business owner would have for whatever reason. Okay. And especially right now, we're entering a time where the demographic of people selling these buildings are like baby boomers or older people with kids and grandchildren who have gone to college and they're just downsizing. Okay. Or they've been self-managed and they've done it wrong. Or it might even be the next you. I hope it's not. I promise. I hope it's not. But it might be the next you that thinks that you can just do this real quick and not even sweat it. And the next you're in over your head, and you got a 14-unit apartment building somewhere that's half complete and it's vacant, not collecting any cash flow, because you think that, oh, I'll just take on this project and I'll put money into it and then it'll just be rented and it'll be easy. No, it doesn't always work that way. That's why we focus on cash flow, things that are making money right now. We're buying and purchasing based on performance, not potential. Okay. And so that's a huge phrase that I've implemented in every area of my life. And I've seen tremendous growth, peace, and that's all that matters. Okay. So we buy based off of performance, not potential. Okay. So you want to buy cash flow. Next secret: contacting seller agents will automatically bring you more deals. Okay. They want to sell you the deals so they can earn their living. Real estate brokers, listing agents, buyer's agents, they are earning their living because they're hopped up on real estate game motivation. Okay. They want to be a real estate agent. They want to jump through the hoops and do all the stuff and show you their value and like host events and show you how they can help you find your perfect property. Okay. Like, and the great thing about this is that if you're in the military, You might go on deployment. You might go on TAD. You might go on a work trip. You might be in Key West having a great time for 2 weeks doing a workup dive. Whatever it is that you might be doing, okay, you can show up for a little bit and then disappear and then show up and be like, hey, I'm back. What do you got for me? Hey, I'm that cash buyer. What do you got for me? And they'll be like, oh, well, that other one already sold or isn't available anymore, but I got these ones. You know what I mean? So much better to be like, hey, what's up? What do you got for me? First, you're a boss. You're a boss. Okay. Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp into the microphone, but I'm excited. All right. So that's it for step number 1 of 8 steps to cash flow, secrets for military real estate investors. If you want this, you can get it for $9 on my website, mindmaprobert.com, and where you're going to have 8 steps that essentially this is damn near like you can pretty much do this on your own. Like if you're a semi-intelligent human being, you can read this and then start making moves and get results. Okay. This is the biggest thing, when they say in marketing, when you're like pitching information, like I'm going to talk marketing because that's what we do. We're going to be marketing deals and properties. And since I'm talking to you about my mind map and becoming a commercial real estate investor, I want you to get results. I don't want just your $9. Okay. I hope we collaborate and work together and help grow each other because I'm former Navy diver. Okay. I know what it's like to get out of the military and want to provide for my family. And so you need to make the decision and take action. Okay. And if you make the decision to take action, if you be a doer instead of a don'ter, this mind map will help you get your foot in the door. Okay. I learned on Bigger Pockets. Everybody said, I think I've even heard Grant Cardone say it. They'll be like, listen, ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. So I'm giving you my experience and knowledge, the things that I've learned, failed at, spent thousands of dollars on my own mentorship and my own deals. Okay. Doing this for you to take and absorb in a digestible way for you to go make serious cash and just get a huge bump in your learning current turn graph. Okay. So once again, my name is Robert LaFrance. Thank you so much for tuning in to Cash Flow Secrets for Military Real Estate Investors. We just addressed the 8 steps to cash flow secrets. And you can go to mindmaprobert.com and get this mind map where you're going to get access to all the information that you need to successfully get seller and agent leads into cash flowing multi-family deals, listings in your inbox by going to mindmaprobert.com. If you like this video, make sure you liked it. Drop a comment below what you liked and what you learned so we can maintain each video as a living document so the next person can come up and see what you learned and learn what you did and then see if we can snowball and build the momentum. Okay. Make sure you subscribe because there's going to be a lot more coming to this. And